Oh, all right.
Here we are once again.
Yeah. The camera shot. I got to get off.
I don't like it here. Please don't look at me. I just want to start off by saying Philadelphia Eagles. What happened?
All right. Fair enough. What are we starting on today, boy?
Dude, how about this? Football is back. Football is back. Somewhat.
Slight.
I just said somewhat. Pay the fuck attention.
Rather not.
All right, fair enough. But it's starting to come back. First preseason game is over with. Pro Football Hall of Fame game. You know how that goes. You watch a quarter and then you channel surf.
Yeah. I'll never understand why people be hyping it. I've seen them hyping the Browns quarterback. Like, oh, he's got a real shot to take over Watson. He played against fourth stringers, bro. Like, yeah, he played all right, but like,
which one was it? Kellen Munn.
No, that dude with 3 names. I can't even remember his name.
Fair enough. No, yeah, it's like you're hyping up all these players, but yet at the same time, you do realize like a lot of these players are going to be cut by the time the season starts.
Yeah, no, fact. Whoever was on the kick returns for the Browns is getting cut.
He's getting cut this week. There's no shot.
First fucking play, man, muffs that.
It wasn't like how a normal kick returner catches them. The man put his hands up here, and then it bounced through his hands, and then he just like turns around and he looks at the ball and he's like, "Oh yeah," and then jogs over and grabs it and knees it. Like, what?
I don't know, man. Put me out there. I'll return it.
Put me out there. I'll get you about a yard.
I think I can have 30
maybe half a yard if you're lucky.
I think I can get 30 return.
Really?
No question about it.
Okay. So if you were in like an NFL athlete, okay, okay, would you rather go against Trent Williams 1-on-1, no double team, 1-on-1, or block Aaron Donald single team, like no double teams?
Go against Williams.
Really?
I can try to use my agility to get around him. Donald, I have to go full strength and body. And, bro, he's like 10 times my size.
Yeah. Don't forget Aaron Donald does train with knives.
Does he?
Yeah, he actually does. There was I remember seeing something. He actually trains with knives. So, yeah.
Fucking circus clown. All right.
So what do you think about all the training camp so far? Like, what do you think? How's Jordan Love looking for the Packers?
Shit.
Absolute dog ass.
I mean, it's just one of them things, dude. Like, Packers fans just stay hyping this team up, talking so much shit on Twitter. But it's like, bro, at the end of the day, we had the most unexperienced offense in the league right now. It does not matter that we're coming back and have Aaron Jones in the backfield. Bro, all of our receivers are second-year or first-year guys. Yeah. We have Jordan Love. Like, come on now. Even our tight ends, bro. We didn't even get Mercedes Lewis back.
What's your average age for your receiver core?
I think like 26.
Jesus. Where does that rank y'all for, like, youngest receiving?
We probably got the youngest one, to be honest. We got to be top 3 in that.
Pull this up right now.
Because it's just like, dog, like, I don't know why Packers fans are expecting us to come out and just ball out. They're like, oh, Rodgers didn't play that well last year, and we came within a game of the playoffs. It don't matter, dog. It really doesn't. It's still Aaron fucking Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were games that he balled out and did what he needed to do. I just don't see Love doing that in his first year. If he does, kudos to him, and I'm hyped about it. But I got my hopes super low for this season.
You know, your oldest receiver on your team is 26.
He's my age.
Yes.
We got a ton of me's running around there catching the ball, bro.
He's 26. Christian Watson is 24, and Romeo Doubs is 23.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all have the youngest receiver core. Y'all actually, y'all actually have the youngest receiver core.
Yeah, it don't shock me. And again, like our only upside is our defense, but that shit's run by an idiot Joe Barry. Bro, that's a signing I'll never understand. How are you going to sign the defensive coordinator of the 0-16 Lions? This dude's been nothing but dog shit his entire career. It makes no sense. I just don't understand what our hires are thinking.
That's just funny.
Shit's retarded.
All right. Okay. So obviously, been hearing about the 2-minute drills, the wins and losses for the offense and the defense. Jordan Love.
Wait, what?
So apparently, like, don't they do a thing? It's a 2-minute drill for the offense.
Oh yeah, we haven't won. Offense hasn't won a single one.
Not a single one.
Nope. At least from what I've heard, from my sources, we have not won a single one.
And what are your sources? You want to prove your sources?
Straight out of Lambeau. Inside scoop type shit.
Secretly, you are Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, I don't know, dude. It's like I got some hope, but I mean, this year is just it's a rebuild year, dude. I feel like a lot of Packers fans aren't realizing that. Like, you cannot expect to sit here and come out and win 9, 10, 11 games. You just can't. Like, honestly, our ceiling, let's say Jordan Love is the next Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
And we do somehow come out here and win 10 games. More power to you, but the odds are very slim of that happening. So, like, I feel like our ceiling is 10, and that's just absolutely pushing it. Our floor is like 3 wins.
Damn.
Honestly. That's why
So
I got us out of the beat. Huh?
Y'all could be going against the Cardinals for the worst record in the league.
We won't
or against the Colts.
They might not win a single
Jonathan Taylor. Game. Or the Colts if they get rid of Jonathan Taylor. But
I don't think they will, but I don't think he's going to play.
Yeah. So, dude, Jim Irsay is a fucking idiot.
He always has been, dude. He's like a drunk drug addict.
So Jonathan Taylor wants a new contract. And it's obvious, running backs, they're not going to get paid a lot. It's literally, okay, let's see how you do in your 5th year if we franchise tag you. Okay, you went off for 2,000 yards. Are you worn down now? Okay. So what I find funny is that Jim Irsay took $20 million that he probably used to pay Jonathan Taylor and used it to save a whale.
Priorities.
Of course. And then the whole thing with Jonathan Taylor saying, that apparently he came out, he has a back injury. And then Jonathan Taylor is like, oh, I don't have one. Check your sources. But yet he hasn't practiced in days. Man is sitting on the sidelines walking like an elderly grandpa looking for a table to play chess at, wearing a damn hoodie and sweatpants. And he's saying, oh, no, I'm not injured or anything. So, okay, you either are injured, but you just don't want to tell the truth, or you're purposely trying to sit out just so you can get a contract. Either way, none of that is going to have you get a contract or play.
Yeah, he's just sitting out. That's what it boils down to. And I'm hit. Like, you're coming off an injury, and, like, apparently he wanted $16 million a year, bro. That's CMC money. Literally only CMC makes that. Kamara makes $14, which is way too much for him.
What is
Henry yeah. 12.2.
Henry and Chubb make 12.2 and CMC makes 13.
No, CMC makes 16. He's the only running back that makes 16.
Jesus. Well, I mean, they do use CMC for a lot more than just running back, but that's still a lot.
Yeah.
I don't. Nope.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Taylor falls around that 10 to 11 mil a year type thing. And it's like, bro, if the Colts seriously did offer that whole $11.5 million that been floating around, that's on you, and you're gonna have to hold the L, dude, because you're not getting that anywhere else, or you're not getting any better than that anywhere else. Like, straight up,
like Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
He was on the franchise tag for $10 million, $10 million, and said, "You know what? Give me a 1 year for $11 million. what a big brain move for an extra $1 million.
Nah, he sold out quick, dude. I'm not gonna lie. How are you gonna like have this whole build up, have a meeting with all the running backs and stuff, act like you're on like Jonathan Taylor and Eckler's side, and then the next day just come out and be like, "Yeah, I'll sign the 11."
Yeah, I'll sign a 1 year for 11 mil.
Yeah, like it's just stupid.
What?
Dude.
I mean, healthy Saquon, I'll take him any day. But it's like you're injury prone.
Yeah,
how can I trust that you're not going to get injured week 1 and then injured week 10?
That's what I'm saying. And again, when it comes to these running backs, dude, it's like you look at like the best in the league, bro. They're not carrying their teams to Super Bowls. You might carry them to some wins, like the Titans, dude. Derrick Henry genuinely carried them to the #1 seed in the AFC. What was
Derrick Henry's been carrying the Titans since he's been in the league.
Yeah, but look what happens comes playoff time. The quarterback's got to step up eventually, and Tannehill couldn't. You as a running back are not carrying your team like that.
Because Derrick Henry gets tired because they hand it off to him 15 times a game.
Bro, I think he literally has like the most carries, like the most attempts every single year he's been in the league. At least like top 3 every single year.
That genuinely wouldn't shock me. Why do you think he's had a whole bunch of like leg and foot injuries? If he gets, I'm telling you right now, 2 or 3 years, Derrick Henry is going to be worn down. And he might be out of the league around that point. He's not going to have much longer. Injuries, especially on a running back, catch up quick.
Oh yeah, because you're using your legs so much.
Exactly. And you have to trust them with everything.
Again, dude, they just got to come to terms with it. It's a pass-heavy league now.
It's a pass first. Let me pass it 13 times before I run it.
Yep. Now I'm hit.
You can't really complain about that because that's the way that the game is now going towards, considering that Jalen Hurts got $255 million contract. Lamar got $260 million, and now Justin Herbert has $265. They're gonna pay quarterbacks more than they're gonna pay a running back. It's obvious.
Not just that, you're seeing all these like dual threat quarterbacks come out now that are doing the running back's job. You even see people like Deebo Samuel. Where are you starting to use Christian Watson in practice like that as almost a running back type thing on like wildcat plays? Yeah. So it's like you see these like receivers and stuff doing those kind of plays. Like it's getting to a point where it's like running backs aren't useless. Don't get me wrong. Like they're an important part of the game.
Yeah, of course.
But not that important. Genuinely. Like I don't mean to be a dick when I say it, but it's like you're not.
I could go 2 rounds in the draft without drafting a running back. I'll get him in the 3rd round. At this point, if I use my first 2 round picks to say get a quarterback and a receiver, I'll wait till 3rd, maybe 4th to get a running back. It's just, and it's nothing, like you said, it's nothing against the running back position. It's just with the way that the game is played, you can wait.
Yeah.
Which I think the Falcons struck too early with Bijan.
Oh yeah, no, I'm already hip. I'm not.
Bijan is good. Bijan is incredible.
Yeah, he's good as shit, but he's not
the first running back in the top 10.
No, I'm hip. No, I'm already sharp, dog.
And then Dalvin Cook is still a free agent, and it's pretty obvious that he wants to go to the Jets, but the Jets aren't giving him a contract yet. So
I think they're just not offering him a lot. That's why he keeps posting like highlight reels, and it's like, bro, like I'm gonna be honest with you, you're nice, but I'm not paying you a ton of money. You're not even getting Saquon money from me. What's the vet min on freaking?
Didn't he have like 2 ACL injuries?
I think, but that was like 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, like since he joined, I thought he had like 2. I know one of them was an ACL. I don't know if he had another knee injury, which was the same thing.
He's got to realize too, though, if he's going to the Jets, dog, they got Michael Carter and Breece Hall. Like they're not going to sit there and overpay.
He's not.
You're gonna get like $5-6 million for the year, and they're only going to sign.
I'll probably take Breece Hall over Dalvin Cook at this point.
Nah, I'm hip. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just gotten to that point. And it's like same thing like with Zeke, dude. He should have just taken a pay cut and stayed with Dallas.
Yeah. Now he's looking at the Patriots.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like if the Patriots were going to sign him, they would have done it already.
Yeah.
Nobody's jumping head over heels to sign Zeke, and if they do, it's going to be on a absolute vet minimum.
Yeah, because Zeke's been in the league for what, like, okay, so he got drafted. What was it, 2016?
This is his 8th or 9th year now.
Yeah, he's going into year 8. That's a lot for a running back, and no.
I'm already sharp. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it with these running backs, dude.
What do you think about what's it called? The Dolphins training camp with Jalen Ramsey being out, and they have to sign Eli Apple. Do you think?
I think it's just funny because him and Reek had beef.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is, like, don't get me wrong, Ramsey is washed. He's not what he used to be at all, but I do think, like, it's a big part. Like, it's going to take somewhat of a toll on him because their secondary isn't, like, beefed up. They did get that, who was it? Didn't they get somebody in the draft? In the second?
At what? For corner?
Yeah, I think it was Cam something.
Hold on. Pull it back up. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Professionalism. Only here at Sport Bowl Boys.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. I think even if Ramsey wasn't injured, I still don't think that they're a good secondary. I mean, okay. Let me rephrase that before you or anyone else gets on my fucking head. They're not as good as people are proclaiming them to be.
Oh yeah, no.
They are not.
They're not bad, but
they have Ramsey for the first 6 weeks. They are not. Ramsey is washed.
Yeah.
It's no. Okay, here you go. Miami didn't have a pick until the second round, and at the 51st overall, they got cornerback Cam Smith from South Carolina.
Cam Smith, that's what it was. I don't know why I was getting confused with Cam Sims. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's another reason they took him was because they need more depth. Because I mean, dude, they struggle with injuries, bro. But yeah, I don't know. Dolphins have potential. It all lies on Tua. To be honest, if he don't stay healthy, it's just another year of bullshit with them.
And again, they did have that man play through a concussion, and
two of them.
Yeah, two of them, and he literally froze up in the middle of the field after getting sacked.
They damn near killed Tua. I'm not gonna lie, dude. If I was Tua, I'd have just fucking retired. You got a family and kids. I'm going home. I got my bag. I'm out. Like fuck that.
Hey man, now he's got the full-on Samoan tattoo for strength and all that, so he's got this.
I mean, I'm rooting for him, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't big on Tua coming out of college. I'm still not gonna sit there and say he's great. But I mean, after what he's been through, I hope he succeeds.
Yeah. I just don't see the Dolphins doing well for a couple more years. I don't. I mean, you can get all this hype around you. I don't see it happening. I don't. I don't. I can't. I
don't see him winning a Super Bowl or nothing.
I see the Jets making it farther in the playoffs than the Dolphins.
Probably.
So, and speaking of the Jets, your buddy Aaron Rodgers is now with.
Yeah.
How do you think they're looking? Like, how do you think A-Rod is looking? At least just him.
He looked like A-Rod, dude. I mean, he's still nice. Like I said, like he's gonna be good. Don't get me wrong. He's Aaron Rodgers, but like, again, the Jets have a 1 to 2 year time frame for their Super Bowl window. And honestly, my main thing, if Rodgers could not get it done in the NFC, where the competition is 10, if not 20 times weaker, I don't see him getting it done in the AFC. The man is known to struggle against the top defenses in the league, even in his prime. MVP seasons, he struggled against top defenses in the league. That's one thing he has always gotten shit for. And now, visual Buffalo's got a great, and just everybody in that conference. There's like 5 to 6 teams in that conference that are genuine like contenders for a Super Bowl. In the NFC, you had 1 to 2. So I don't see it happening like that.
And that switches every year for the NFC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like I just don't see it happening for him. I really don't. Again, they'll probably make the playoffs. I think they start a little slow. Rodgers has got to get adjusted some more because, again, training camp and actual games with your players is a lot different. You can go out there and practice with somebody, but once you step on that field, it's a whole different thing. So I feel like it's going to take them a couple weeks to gain some chemistry. But I think they make the playoffs, maybe win a wild card game, but that's it.
Yeah. So I still have Jets beating the Dolphins, not the Dolphins, the Cowboys week 2. So it's Aaron Rodgers, man. He hates Dallas.
Keep your hopes low. That's how you got to do it. That's what I'm doing with my Packers. It's like, hey, If we win more than 4 games, I'm happy.
Hey man, listen. If Dak doesn't lead the league in interceptions and we make it to a championship game, I'm set for my life until I see a Super Bowl ring. I'm just saying. I can finally say I got to see him go to an NFC championship game.
That divisional round is y'all's fucking kryptonite.
And it's our curse ever since we lost Troy Aikman, man.
Yep.
But, oh well. What are you going to do
I
about it?
digress.
Speaking of the Cowboys, let me say something really quickly.
All right.
We've all seen the clip of Trayvon telling Dak, "Shut your bitch ass up."
Yeah.
You fuckers are reaching so hard.
They've never played ball in their life, dude.
You're reaching. Shady McCoy doesn't know anything. I don't know why he's on TV, but he openly says,
"Oh, well, when I was playing, I played with Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I played with the best, and they would never do such a thing."
I guarantee you they have, but you just don't want to acknowledge that. You don't want to openly say, "Oh, that's just team-friendly sport." You know? When I played, I shit-talked.
Yeah.
It makes the other team want to compete against the best.
Yeah.
It's called best on best for a reason. Diggs wants to challenge Dak into throwing the ball. The reason why he was doing all that was because the pocket was collapsing. The edge came down to Dak's height behind the offensive line. The offensive line was slowly crumbling in. Dak rolled out. He pump faked because he was going to throw it. But he didn't like the throw. So in actuality, what he does instead is, okay, I'm going to run the ball right now. Diggs wants to challenge Dak into throwing the ball against him or against any other corners.
Yep.
But y'all are reaching so hard in saying,
"Oh, well, Diggs doesn't respect Wayne Dakota Prescott because he's tired of picking him off."
well, no, sorry to break it to you. That's not the way it works. I'm sorry to break it to you. It's a team-friendly banter, okay? They respect each other. If Diggs didn't actually respect Dak, why would Diggs sign a 5-year, $100 million contract? To stay in Dallas, knowing that Dak is your quarterback for at least another year. And you don't know what's going to happen after that. If you truly don't respect him, you would have left.
Not man.
Let that click in your heads. No. Actually, nah, you know what? You're just going to hear everything I say and then ignore it because you want to believe what you want to believe. If you genuinely think, and I tweeted this out, and if you genuinely think that he doesn't respect Dak because he told him to shut up when they're doing literally starting defense against starting offense, and they're trying to trash talk each other, you don't know ball. You do not know ball. You have never played a sport in your life. Everybody trash talks their own teammates during practice. In a game, in an actual game, 11 out of 10 times, if Dak messes up, Diggs will be there to cheer him up and support him. And hey, let's go. Next play. Forget about that one. It happened. We got this. Don't worry. No, but y'all want to reach so hard. Stop. Learn ball. Play a sport.
I feel like you're gaslighting me. I'm messing with you. No, I'm already sharp, dog. Like, I don't know. Again, it's one of them things, like, people who see that and start, like, talking about, oh, they hate each other, genuinely have never played a sport in their life. Honestly. You don't even have to play a professional sport. Like, you've obviously never even gone out and played, like, just recreational ball with your boys or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shit talk. That's what you do. You get pumped by shit talking your people.
You can play pickup basketball with
And
your
I'm
friends.
gonna shit talk the fuck out of my friends. You best believe it.
And then after the game, what are you going to do? You're all going to get together in the same car you rode with and go to McDonald's and munch down on the Big Mac.
No, I'm already it. That's what I'm saying. Again, though, dude, that star in your head is a target on your back, mainly because you're a dumbass Twitter, dog. That's what it boils down to. Because
I hate Ernie.
Ernie be pissing me off, bro. That man, I don't know. Like, I feel like to an extent, like, it's almost like an engagement type thing. Like, oh, I know I'll get clicks if I tweet mass shit like this. But it's like, I don't know whether he's being for real or not. Because it's like the whole Peyton Manning comparison. Like, bro, the only comparison between Dak and Manning is they're both 30.
Super Bowl and now they're 30.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because other than that, Manning had 2 MVPs, 2 All-Pros, and made it past the divisional round and into a championship once, all before 30. It's like, bro, where's Dak's MVPs? Where's his All-Pros? None of that, dog. So it's like, stop putting this narrative on Dak. Because, again, I will not sit there and say Dak is a shit-ass quarterback. He had a shit year. Do not get me wrong. He had a horrible year. But one bad year does not sit there and mean that you're just all of a sudden ass. Just like these quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts. Just because you have one great year doesn't mean you're automatically elite. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like, we have to see how he plays out and stuff. And we do tend to give a lot of people – we gave Rodgers a lot of slack last year because he had an injured thumb. That was just injured, not broken. Dak was coming off a broken thumb and on his throwing hand.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be part of it. Again, if Dak comes out and throws another 15 interceptions, yeah, it's probably time to move on. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't and has another year like he has in the past, then it was just a fluke-ass season. You know what I'm saying? But again, I think a lot of the reason y'all get hate, one, you're America's team. You're the biggest team in any fucking of the 4 major sports.
Mm-hmm.
People talk about you, they're going to get clicks.
You have the thing about this is too, and I've calmed down now. But the thing about this too is like, if you're watching the NFL Network, and if we are able to get to that point, I can promise y'all we will travel to almost every single training camp. And we will literally report on every single training camp as best as we can possibly do, given the opportunities. But it's like, if you're watching it on the NFL Network, what teams are they going to discuss? They're going to discuss the Chiefs, the Niners. They're going to discuss the Bills. Obviously, the Cowboys, because it gets some clicks. And then they'll throw in a random team in there, like the Dolphins, or they're going to throw in the Browns. But recently,
I saw my first clip from the Cardinals training camp, and it was just some random pass from McCoy that hit the cornerback's head.
Exactly. Why aren't we getting to see things? And I get Nick Sirianni not wanting filming in the training camp. I can get that. Okay. Yeah. But I would love to see some clips from there. I would love to see how Jalen Hurts is doing. I don't want to read on a stat report. I want to see how he actually looks. Granted, we were able to see Devontae Smith doing the ladder drills. And I told you this before we started recording. Everyone throws the word elite around so much that I feel like we're starting to get to the point we don't know what it means, right? But Devontae Smith's footwork,
oh yeah,
that is the true definition of elite. Yeah, which it sucks because
it's sorcery, bro.
Exactly, it sucks. I don't like Philly, I don't, but I have to give it to Devontae Smith.
Yeah,
it sucks for him because he only had 1 year to be a true wide receiver 1, you know? And I feel like he could have filled that position. It was just a bad year for them. And then they went out and got A.J. Brown. He's good too, but I would have loved to see Devontae Smith more in the receiver 1 spotlight.
Yeah.
I still think that the Bengals have a better receiving core, though. That's just me. But
Bengals, Dolphins, then Eagles.
I can see the Dolphins, yeah. But it's just I would love to see some clips from Minnesota that's not just Justin Jefferson. I would love to see some clips from the Cardinals. I would love to see some clips from the Raiders. Let me see things from other teams that aren't going to get you clicks. Like, obviously, no one's going to care about the Raiders. Okay? They're basically like you. We talked about this the other day. You basically said that they're kind of now the career graveyard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Cleveland. Even though if it's not going to get you attention on TV or Twitter or anything like that, let me see something from them.
Yeah.
Let me see how Jimmy G is doing. Let me see how Devontae Adams is doing. I can't get, and I can't stress this enough. I'm so sick and tired of when I go on Twitter, I try to watch the training camp from the NFL Network. I'm so sick and tired of them just always showing just the same 3-4 teams. Like they'll discuss the Cowboys for 30 minutes. They'll discuss the Bills for 30 minutes. They'll discuss the Chiefs for 30 minutes. And then randomly they'll just throw in, oh, here you go. Here's the Ravens. Oh, here you go. Here's the Dolphins.
Yeah, no, I'm hit.
Can we just get here's the Raiders. Here's the Cardinals.
Yeah.
No? Cool. I guess not. I would love to see, too, the Giants and even Washington.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more out of Washington. Like, I've heard some stuff because I know Kay Adams.
I heard that the corner that they took in the first round has been locking up Scary Terry.
That dude is a baller, bro. Emmanuel Forbes. Dude's a dog, bro. He's
That
going.
makes me scared that we have to go against them, but, you know.
Yeah.
No,
Dude's
it's just I don't know. I can't stress it enough. And by the way, I have this pulled up now. Let me do something real quick. Let me show y'all what we mean by we hate Ernie. Okay, not really hate, just a strong disdain. for
Yeah,
Ernie.
hate nobody, but this man is it's just like clown work for real, dog.
Here it is. Here's Ernie. Okay, this man in the last let me scroll up. No ad. In the last 3 hours has posted 3 things about Philadelphia and what they're talking about. And then he'll just randomly post a random clip of Cowboys training camp. All right. Like here's a clip right here. Dak, boom, touchdown, Brandon Cooks. I've seen that clip from almost every other angle. Because he's talking about how people only want to talk about his picks. And that's another thing too. Yeah, Dak has like 4 picks now in training camp. I guess he's the only quarterback in NFL history to throw a pick during training camp. Let's talk about that, but let's not talk about the fact that one day he literally lit up the defense for like 12, 13 touchdowns.
It's a narrative, bro. They got to stick to the narrative.
Let's not discuss that, though.
It's always
that.
Bro. They all do the same thing.
Another Eagles tweet 4 hours ago. It's beyond me that it's gotten to the point. Philadelphia Twitter is talking about the Cowboys. Ernie is talking about Philadelphia Twitter. It's just look at this. Define aura, but make it NFL. He posts 3 pictures of Dak. I support my quarterback. Don't put him on a pedestal that you know people are gonna bash him on.
Yeah, they be glazing this man, bro.
It's just he's going after everybody who retweets him when he's trying to praise, Cowboys. Oh, here we go. Yesterday, a tweet about the Eagles fans. It's just he even got blocked by Dalton Schultz. He was our tight end for like 6 years. And he gets blocked by him. It's just I can't get over this. Ernie is one of the reasons I don't like. As a Cowboys fan, even I don't like Cowboys Twitter sometimes. I don't. It's just because it's
dude. It's the same way with me and the Packers, dude. Like Packers Twitter is just a bunch of idiots and thoughts, bro. Like it's like, dude, I was going back because Amari Rodgers, that kick returner and receiver we had that we
to the Colts.
Yeah, but he had signed with the Texans last year. And in his first game with the Texans, or his like second game with the Texans, he had like a receiving touchdown and like 30 yards. And I remember this chick on Twitter was like, "Oh, I told you I was right," like to all these Packers fans that we never gave him a chance. And like I remember like I quote tweeted it was just like a huge explanation of like why she's wrong. But I said at the end, the Simps are gonna eat this up because she shows her tits. Every single comment of mine was just full of hate from these dudes that were like fans of her and stuff.
That agree if a woman shows cleavage.
Exactly. She's going to get clout and people are going to be like, "Oh, she knows what she's talking about." Bro, I'm not going to sit here and just bow down just because you have a pussy. And it's like, it's just hilarious because like he got cut. by the fucking Texans. If you can't make the Texans fucking receiver core, you fucking suck. He's going to be on the Colts practice squad. He's not going to make the team. I don't hate the dude as a person. He's probably a good guy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I hate bashing people. But as a player, you're fucking ass. You suck at your job. Like, it's simple as that. He was not good. And it's like, when it's like, oh, they didn't use him right, or why didn't we give him more of a chance? You earn your chances during training camps and stuff, during practices. Obviously, this man never outperformed a single person in a practice, so he never got an opportunity like that on the field. And when he did, he fumbled. So it's like, bro, like, why y'all – I feel like Packers Twitter also just really likes to bash the front office for everything they do. And it's so obnoxious, bro. It's like not drafting a receiver in the first round this year. That is not our priority right now because our offense –
I'll be honest. I mean, y'all do have some young receivers. It would have been nice if you did get a receiver in the first round. I'm just speaking truthfully, but I love the pick that y'all got at defensive end. What was it? Van Ness?
Yeah, Van Ness.
I love that pick. Y'all needed an edge rusher.
That's what I'm saying, especially because we're losing Preston Smith next year.
Ever since y'all lost to Darius Smith, you've been needing an edge rusher.
I'm hit, and we're going to lose Preston Smith after this year. That's what I'm saying. We have to build for the future. We're not drafting to win right now. If you want to bash them in the past for not getting a receiver or passing on somebody, go for it. But honestly, too, you look at our first-round picks, dude, we're pretty solid when we make our picks, bro. Sometimes I doubt them. Like, I remember the year we got Jair. I really wanted Calvin Ridley. No regrets. Literally at all. I love Calvin Ridley. I still do. But dude's been a problem.
Ridley, it looks good right now.
Yeah, dude's a baller, bro. Calvin Ridley's a stud, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like fan bases' Twitters are just so unrealistic and just fucking obnoxious.
Here's what I think about most of NFL Twitter at this point and things like that is I feel like the Rams have low-key ruined our perception on how a team should work.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like would it be nice if we just go all out? Like, say if the Cowboys just went all out, we got Odell, we got some other quarterback besides Dak that's actually pretty good, and somebody else. Like, if we went all out and won, yeah, that would be nice. But what is my future looking like?
Oh, yeah, nothing. The Rams are going to be cast for years.
You have to think about, okay, the Rams are screwed for the next couple years still.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think about, what is my future of my team going to look like? And I feel like when the Rams did it, it messed up everyone's perception on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Is it nice to just go all out and win one chip and then you have to wait 15 years before your franchise is financially stable to get star players again? Yeah. We won a chip. Woo! When's our next one coming? 30 years when we're financially stable? Great. I hate people that are like, oh, so you're telling me you wouldn't do that yourself? I would, but I care about my franchise's future more.
Yeah, no, I'm hip.
It's like, if I'm going to pay a star quarterback like Justin Herbert $265 million, I'm going to, because I know he's that good. Am I going to pay Lamar Jackson $260 million? No, I don't trust him.
Yeah, I'm hip.
He won one MVP in 2019. And this could be a segue into our next conversation. He won an MVP in 2019. Was ranked, what was he, 71st or 72nd on the NFL Top 100?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, oh, there's not 71 players better than Lamar Jackson. He won an MVP. You know, half that list after Lamar Jackson, it shows why they should be higher up than him.
No, I'm hip. Dude, I'm not going to lie. It's
also,
like the same
how is
thing
Myles Garrett number 20? But TJ Watt isn't TJ Watt higher than him?
I think so. Something
TJ Watt has 6 or 7 games, but Myles Garrett is ranked lower than TJ Watt.
Nah, dude, that whole list is just bullshit, to be honest. But, like, another thing, like, on that Lamar Jackson-esque type shit, is people hyping up OBJ. I'm telling you right now, if that man did not have that catch in, 2016, he would not be considered what he is today. Since 2016, that man has legitimately been a mid-ass receiver. You look at his stats and his tape, OBJ sucks. Not sucks, but he is very fucking mediocre.
I'm telling you right now, his dad is just licking his lips, ready to prepare another hate tape, but this time for Lamar because Lamar chooses to run instead of passing to Odell. I think, before you get on my head, let me explain before you do. I think the Browns should have stuck with Baker instead of going for Deshaun.
I agree.
Because none of that hate and not all that focus on Baker came until Odell's dad decided to do something. Because my son's not getting the ball. You're in the NFL. Other players are going to get the ball. You have other star players on your team. Wait for your moment.
Yeah, not just that, dude.
Baker is a system quarterback. If the play says you have to be here, if you have to run a 10-yard curl or a 3-yard slant and you have to be here at the exact timing, do it. Because that's how he got you to the playoffs and won you your first playoff game in how long was it? 20 years?
20-something, yeah.
20-something years, you get your first playoff win because of a system-style quarterback. If you're going to run a 3-yard slant and you're halfway through the slant and you just say, and just run a go route and then automatically turn it into a comeback and then continue the slant, he's not going to want to throw you the ball because you messed up the whole system, number one. Number two, the extra backer could come down into the zone that you decided to come back into a slant for.
Yep.
I don't think that the Ravens are going to do any good just because they got Odell. That man had two ACL injuries in 1 year.
Yep.
Came back way too early for the Super Bowl, tried to make a cut on a play, injured again.
Yeah.
He's not going to be as good as people say.
No,
He had 2 ACL injuries in a year.
Zay Flowers is going to be 10 times better than OBJ.
Zay Flowers is going to be a way better target than Odell.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you. If Odell didn't have that catch, I don't think Odell would be on the level of stardom that he is right now. Because ever since he made that catch, every single pregame, every single one, you always see clips. Oh my God, Odell with a one-hander. Did you see Odell with his one-hander in pregame?
I want to be honest, that shit is not impressive.
It's
really not impressive at all. I can go outside and catch a ball one-handed with no coverage on me right now.
It's like, okay, what was the stats during the game? Doesn't matter. Did you see his one-hander, dude? No, it says here Odell had 2 catches for 25 yards. No touchdown. 5 targets. Something about that doesn't seem right. But let's hype him up because he makes beautiful one-handed catches.
Yep. That's what I'm saying, dude. Some people, it's like you're still living, in 2016. Like, do you realize how long 2016 was? That's 8 years ago.
It was actually 2015 he made the catch.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying 2016 was his last good season. After that, he became absolutely
here's my thing. I think he was way too young for all the stardom, and now it's just clogged his brain because now it's like he was the youngest Madden cover athlete ever. And ever since then, he's just been big-headed.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I feel like Baker has some of that same issue. I feel like these dudes come out of college and they start getting all these endorsements and stuff. Like, all them commercials started to fuck with Baker. Because I feel like you start getting a little money in your pocket and you're just not as worried. And you're just like, oh, whatever, dude. I'm just going to go out there and play ball or whatever. Like, to an extent, yeah. Because I know Herbert came out and said that. He's like, oh, now that I got paid, I feel like I can just go out there and sling it. It's not a bad thing, but it's at the same time, don't switch up. Don't switch up what's been working. Don't get ahead of yourself and get some big-ass ego.
Herbert's been looking good. I will say that.
Herbert's nasty, bro. He's about to win MVP.
I feel like I think my thing with the Chargers is it's not a Herbert thing. It's more like all 3 of your receivers are 6'4".
They have a receiver room full of wide receiver ones, bro.
You don't have a like. Congrats, you have height.
Now,
Height.
Jordan Palmer's a solid slot though. That dude's been balling out in practice.
It's like you guys got height. Height is good. I'm not saying anything bad about that. What I'm saying is, do you have the speed? How much separation can your 6'4" receiver get against a 6 foot 4.3 fast corner?
Well, homie that came out of TCU that they just drafted has got the speed. He's a deep threat. My only thing too is I definitely like that pick for them because, dude, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are always going to miss at least like 4 or 5 games every year.
Yeah.
They always get hurt, bro. Always. It's always some hamstring too. I don't know, dude. If they can stay healthy, like they got potential, but Chargers have always struggled with injuries, especially on the defensive side of the ball, dude. They just can't stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It'll be a good season for him, though.
And then Travis
Got
Kelce,
big hopes.
is throwing hands in practice
Yeah, of course.
because he feels like he's being held for way too long.
He's being a bitch. That's what he's doing. Like you got people on that field right now that are trying to fight for a job. Yeah, they're going to be a little more.
And you're gonna swing on the dude.
Yeah,
trying to fight
you're
for a job.
secured. You're not losing your job,
You're
buddy. Don't worry.
swinging a dude trying to fight for a third string position right now.
Yeah, I'm hip. Like, if he knocks the ball out after you took 5 steps, go cry about it in the fucking locker room. He's fighting for a spot. You're secure, buddy.
Go tell it on your podcast because we know you got millions of listeners. Because it's been said multiple times. #1 sports podcast. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love their podcast. I listen to it. It's pretty good. But, you know, if you complain about it on your podcast, you know.
The Draymond Green of the NFL.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Draymond Green instantly runs home after a loss to talk about the loss on his podcast.
And then also to suck LeBron's dick, but that's another story.
That's a story for another time. I'm not getting into basketball. I don't know much about that one.
Sports. A whole lot of it.
We love sports. We love the NFL. Yeah, I guess it's time to end it here. We love and cherish you all that, you know, watch and actually listen through it. If y'all got any questions, feel free, put them down in the comments, ask them, and I promise you we will answer them in the next one. We're sorry about being so inconsistent with timings. It's just we have a lot going on personal life wise.
No, we don't. We just don't like y'all. I'm kidding.
Well, he doesn't, but
it's a joke.
We love you. I love you, Mace. I wanna kiss you. But feel free, ask your questions down in the comments below. Follow the Twitter, follow the TikTok. We do have an Instagram. I can probably link in there too.
We don't post on that.
We don't post on there, but if y'all want to follow it, y'all can follow it.
Nobody uses Instagram. Let's be honest.
That's true. But still, I'll link it down there just in case for some reason they want to follow it and think that we actually post. But all right.
I'll reply to DMs on there. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Probably not all of them, but yeah. Y'all stay safe.
Thanks.
Leave your
Deuces.
and all that. Deuces.
Yep.
Year.